Pressure is growing on UK motorists to ditch their petrol and diesel-powered vehicles and switch to pure electric cars. But which are the best electric cars available to buy now on the UK car market? The number of electric car sales on the UK roads continues to grow as more new electric cars are launched and used prices start to drop. The selection of new electric cars facing consumers will continue as more manufacturers get on board with the technology in preparation for increasing emission regulation and upcoming bans on petrol and diesel cars. At the same time, the electric car charging infrastructure in the UK is improving, making electric cars more viable for more people. The wider availability of fast and rapid chargers at homes and workplaces, as well as in public spaces, means it's easier than ever to make the swap into a BEV battery electric vehicle and enjoy its low running costs with relatively little inconvenience. Even if you can't manage with a pure EV, today's plug-in hybrids offer a good halfway house. Here we reveal our pick of the current EV options and give you some top tips that will help you decide whether an electric car is right for you. 1. Kia EV6. The Kia EV6 is the sister vehicle to the Hyundai Ioniq 5, so it's a great pick if you love that model's technology, but aren't quite as sold on its retro-futuristic looks. The EV6 is arguably the more conventional of the two, and it's a bit lower and more sporting. This is reflected in its handling, with slightly firmer suspension offering sharper responses. It's offered in long-range RWD, long-range WD, and a high-performance GT version, and the entry-level version is our favorite. It not only offers the best range figure up to 328 miles from its 77.4 kilowatt-hours battery, but we also found its 7.2 second 0-62 miles per hour time to be quick enough. With all-wheel drive, the next step up is undeniably faster, lopping 2 seconds off its benchmark sprint time, but it also has a slightly shorter range, costs considerably more, and doesn't feel entirely comfortable to drive quickly. Every version features impressive ultra-rapid charging at up to 250 kilowatts. So if you can find a fast enough public charger, a top-up from 10 to 80% is possible in less than 20 minutes. Its interior is no less desirable, thanks to a dashboard dominated by a pair of curved 12.3-inch screens for the instruments and infotainment setup. 2. Nissan Ariya. If you're after a brilliantly capable, all-electric family SUV, then the Nissan Ariya should be at the top of your list. The Ariya is only the Japanese manufacturer's second full EV for Europe, following on from the success of its Leaf electric car. The good news is it's been worth the wait, and the Ariya's obvious talents will convince more family buyers to make the move to battery-powered motoring. Comfortable and good to drive, the Ariya feels a real step up for Nissan in terms of quality, engineering, and onboard technology. Its coupe SUV body looks good, while there's plenty of useful practical touches in the cabin to make life that little bit easier. We especially like the electronically operated center console that is able to move back and forth, depending on whether you'd like more space in the front or rear. 3. Porsche Taycan. The new Porsche Taycan is a brilliant car to drive, remaining true to its maker's heritage and leaving you in no doubt that this is a proper Porsche sports saloon. The Taycan delivers sports car-like handling, with ferocious acceleration and great agility, yet still offers 4 seats and a usable range. It's not often that a car comes along that feels truly revolutionary, but that is exactly what the Porsche Taycan is, and it shows how much fun a plug-in future can be. Despite being a hefty 2.2 tons in weight, it hides its bulk well and is able to weave neatly through tight corners and demolish fast, sweeping bends. Refinement is top-notch, and while ride comfort is firm, the air suspension does its job of dealing with the broken, uneven tarmac of UK roads. 4. Tesla Model 3. The Model 3 was the electric car many have been waiting for. It's a compact executive saloon rivaling the likes of the Mercedes C-Class and BMW 3 Series, a market with broad mainstream appeal, and it's also one of the most convincing electric cars that money can buy. It combines minimalist style, space-age technology, Brain-inducing performance, cutting-edge charging tech supported by the expansive and dedicated Tesla supercharger network, and, most importantly, a long driving range. The entry-level Standard Range Plus model claims up to 267 miles on a single charge, but it doesn't sacrifice performance to achieve this. The electric motor drives the rear wheels and powers the car from 0-60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds, while top speed is 140 miles per hour. 5. Jaguar I-Pace. The boldest of bold moves from Jaguar, an all-electric SUV, the first credible rival to Tesla's premium MEV dominance, a car that beat its German rivals to market and a radical piece of design. The I-Pace signaled the start of something big when it first launched in 2018 that mainstream manufacturers, not just Silicon Valley, startups and BMW, were prepared to invest properly in building new from the ground up electric cars you might actually want to own and might be able to afford. After incremental updates over the years, headline facts are currently thus. The I-Pace uses two concentric electric motors, one on each axle for permanent four-wheel drive, producing 395 barrels and 513 pounds of torque, delivered through a single-speed gearbox. The lithium-ion battery, placed under the floor to rigor these days, is sized at 90 kilowatt-hours, 85 kilowatt-hours of which is usable, good for a claimed 292 miles range on the WLTP cycle. Give it the berries and 0-60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds and a 124 miles per hour top speed is rapid by any measure. The I-Pace will charge at about 22 miles per hour from a 7 kilowatts home wall box. But that doesn't matter particularly, you'll just plug it in overnight and leave it to it. What does matter is charging speed away from home, and the I-Pace is starting to get left behind. It can charge at a maximum of 100 kilowatts on a DC charger, meaning a 580% charge takes around 45 mins. The Porsche Taycan, Tesla Model S and others can charge in less than half that time. 6. BMW i4. On the face of it, this is a mighty attractive idea and an easy thing to describe. An electric 4 Series Grand Coupe. Although to be truthful, it's not that, because frankly, that'd be a bit of a bodge-up. It has a different floor, suspension and even seats, all to fit around the electric bits. And it wears a new dash that's on trend with the enormous screen experience beloved by fashion-forward EV buyers, by which of course we mean the Tesla Model 3 and Polestar 2. Yup, the i4 has in its sights those low-slung, fast but not ridiculously unaffordable electric cars. Prices for the rear-drive i4 40 start at £52,000 for a 0-62 miles per hour under 6 seconds and 365 miles of electric range. 7. Audi e-tron GT. This is the Audi e-tron GT, the sister car to the Porsche Taycan, based on the same VW Group J1 platform and containing much of the same technology, albeit trapped in an extremely sharp suit. It's not the first pure electric Audi, of course. That title goes to its ever-growing lineup of e-tron subs, but it's definitely the most exciting. The Quattro produces 469 billion horsepower, or 523 billion horsepower for a 2.5-second boost, when you engage launch control enough for 0-62 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds and a top speed of 152 miles per hour. Too slow. The RS gets 590 billion horsepower or 637 billion horsepower on overboost, making it the most powerful RS model to date, albeit in brief bursts. Capable of 0-62 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds, half a second slower than the Taycan Turbo S, and 1.3 seconds slower than the new Tesla Model S Plaid, and a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Rib-crushingly quick, then, just not quite as sadistic as the Porsche Outro. And that's about it for the best electric vehicles in the market. All of them are one of a kind and were carefully reviewed before them being listed in our video. We hope you liked this video. Make sure to leave down your comments to let us know what you think about these. And as always, thanks for watching.